So we're in the final six right now, and I still have my idol and my icebreaker advantage that can be played at the final six. And this is the last time I can use either of them. And my plan going into this is, even though I don't know Rachel as well, and she could beat me in competitions, I need a bigger target in the game than me moving forward. So my plan is actually to use my icebreaker on probably Sarah, and then blame it on Rachel so that everyone still goes for Rachel. But if she wins immunity, then I still have my idol. So, and Sheldon knows about it, so he's not going to vote for me. So I can sort of like build a new alliance out of that, and even work with Rachel and have a bigger target with me in the game. I can fuck shit up if I do this. And it will be beautiful, and it will be chaotic, and it will be so good. But then I hear the challenge description. We get notified ahead of time that the next challenge is roast your host. Nice to meet ya, as we like to call in the Canadian Arctic. And this really changes things up, because Sarah is not funny. She's not. Alberta Karens are not funny. They just say jokes like this, like, I want to speak to the manager. Yeah, Sarah's not funny. She's not going to win this competition. She doesn't have a shot. So why would I use it on her? That doesn't make any sense. So the other biggest issue is that the only people who are threats in this game and for this challenge against me are Sheldon and Rachel. They're the only people who can beat me in a roast battle. Like, Rebecca's too quiet and not funny. Gabby is like too soft-spoken. So Gabby is too soft-spoken. She's not going to win. Rebecca is too quiet. She's not going to win. Sarah, she's just not funny. She's not going to win. So it's between me, Sheldon, and Rachel for who's going to win the roast competition. So logically speaking, I have to use my icebreaker advantage on one of them.
All right. Welcome, Final Six, to your next immunity challenge. First things first, Rachel, I'll take back immunity.
You.
Once again, immunity is back up for grabs. For today's annual challenge, we are back with the Roast Your Host, but for the way that we named this is called Ice to Meet Ya, as we tune in with the Canadian Arctic. So we are here with a bunch of a live studio audience as well as our three judges. So let's go with the rundown of our three judges that are here with us tonight. They will be giving you scores on the criteria out of 30, 10 points for reactions, 10 points for the level of burnness, and 10 points for like if the audience reacted. Well, what was the last one? Reactions, level of burnness, and
Joke.
the impact of the jokes. The impact of the jokes. That was it. So let's go through our three judges. So with our first judge that's here with us tonight, he was here with our last annual Roast Your Host competition. He came in third place in the Bermuda Triangle for season 2. Give it up for Kevin Lazur. All right. And our next judge, she is an icon. She played in one of our minis and won, actually. And also, she has came here to slay for the night. So let's bring her out, Sassy. And our final judge this evening, he was the winner of our last Roast to Host competition, and he was the winner of last season, Survivor Pandemic Sahara Desert. Bring him up for Jonathan Tovar.
Woo!
All right. So, we actually have two things going on today. We have an opening act, and we have our main course, which is the actual Roast Your Host competition. I will get to that in just a moment on what that means with the opening act. The person that is going to be doing the opening act for tonight, this evening, keep in mind this person that's doing the opening act will not be scored with the three judges, and they are not part of the competition. So with that being said, with our opening act to start off the night, let's pass the mic off to Rachel.
We love not being able to get immunity. Here's my song. I'm doing my roast in the form of a song. It's to the tune of House of the Rising Sun. And there is a verse for each host individually, but there's a couple extra ones for Josh. Okay. There is a game on a Facebook page. They call it Pandemic. They're in the ruin of many young girls and boys, and I know why it is. Josh has never won a game, but he came so fucking close. There's one place away from that finale, but he just had a joke. And Darcy, girl, come on now. Do you remember us so well? I don't know how you made the murder. You got dragged there, what the hell? And Tyler, at least you've won once. And that feeling must be nice. Unlike the past few weeks, you had been evicted from the same game twice. And Dan, it's nice to meet you. I'm sure there's some stuff you do, but in the main chat in my confessional, I don't hear a word from you. Now, Cam, we were just in a game, but you were the first boot. Did your best, it wasn't enough, and I'm still in it, not you. And John, there was that food comp that half the cast didn't do. It wasn't the food, they don't come to your game nights too, 'cause I think the problem is you. You call yourself the Godfather, but all you've done is lose. Saving the best for last. Your salami stinks, so do you. And speaking of that salami, it's looking pretty rough. Just like Josh and everything he makes, I think he needs his torch snuffed. The end. Okay.
Okay. What a great way to start off our main event for tonight. Thank you, Rachel, for that amazing Roasting Burn song. Had that advantage not been played on you, I bet you actually would have done really well with that. All right.
I'm trying, but
All right. Without further ado, let's actually get the main competition going in. So first things first, keep in mind for our main players in the game that will compete in this challenge, that would be for Sarah, Rebecca, Sheldon, Gabby, and Ryan. Those five will each have 5 minutes will lay off their burns towards their hosts of their choosing, and they will have to do the best as they possibly can. with the time that they're given. So we'll go into the person order on my screen. In that case, that is Rebecca. So Rebecca, I will set the time up for you, and you may feel free to give it a go. In 3, 2, 1, begin.
Right, so I thought I would keep this quite short and sweet, just like you like, Rose and Josh, by the way, But Josh is quite smart because he went into the grocery store to find a torch like they do on the Survivor games, to snuff it out. He's going through it, he's like, okay, we need to find the next best thing because obviously we're not going to get a full-size torch. So he walks past the flashlights and he's like, no, that won't do. He walks past the candles. He's like, no, that won't do. And he turns the corner. He's like, that salami, that is just amazing. So I went into the grocery store today looking for some salami. Couldn't find it. So I used your mindset. Got the next best thing, a cucumber. But I personally think the cucumber is better. It's more versatile. Like, you can do lots of things with a cucumber. It's way better than Josh's salami. Like longer and everything. Like, just amazing. Yeah, but it's amazing. Yeah, but it's okay. Because size doesn't matter. That's what Josh keeps telling himself. Just size doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Keep telling yourself that, and it might come true. Were you born on a highway? Because that's where the most accidents happen. And the only woman to tell you that she loved you was your mum, and I'm so sorry for that. But points to her for being able to say that. Yeah, did have more, not gonna lie, but it's a bit spoilery, so just cut it short because I don't want to give anything else away. Yep, the end.
Okay. That is that. All right, so I'll pass it up to our 3 judges to see if they have any comments towards Rebecca. Start with Kevin.
I love your really good cucumber joke, so I really enjoyed it. But it was kind of short, sweet, and so best of luck to you. So I really good.
Okay, Sassy.
All right, so my nickname is Sassy for a reason, so I'm not going to hold back. I wasn't that entertained. I actually felt like I was on a 1-900 Girl 6 chat hotline because it was like, oh yes, oh the cucumber. But the jokes were good. I just wanted you to give me some more because I was like, punchline, where is it? And I guess it was the accidents or the mom love you, one of the two. But come on, Rebecca, I needed more from you.
Savar.
Very good job. I enjoyed it. I thought it was very nonchalant, but I think I definitely needed a lot more confidence, and I think confidence would have helped with the execution and the delivery of landing those jokes a lot better. But yeah, overall, good job.
Okay, thank you, judges. Passing the mic off to the next person. Right next up is Sheldon. Your time will start in 5 minutes. Get ready. I'll count you down in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sheldon. It's such an honor to be here tonight, roasting our esteemed panel of hosts. But let's be honest, if I really wanted to see a group of talentless, boring, and unstrategic people, I would have rewatched Survivor Nicaragua. Holy Fabio. Speaking of some undeserving game winners, hey, Tyler. Tyler worked really hard in winning season 7 of SMB Egypt, which is really confusing to me because I haven't seen him do anything but eat Taco Bell this entire season of Pandemic. That's all he did. Now, Tyler, have you looked at yourself recently? Looked at your large, pale face? You look like the Kool-Aid Man if the Kool-Aid Man was stuck in a dungeon for decades and never got his cherry-colored sunburn. Not a good look, buddy. Not a good look. Now, speaking of some pale people, hey, Cameron, what's up? What can you say about Cam that he has never heard before? Oh, yeah, I love you. Or this is lettuce. Or objects in mirror are larger than they appear. Okay. Now, it's really hard to make fun of a fat person because I am one. But let's be honest, Cam is so fat that I don't think he has seen his penis in decades. Okay? Okay. Speaking of something that's been around for a while, hey Darcy, how are you? Hola, preciosa. Darcy's alter ego is Harley Quinn, which makes sense because she's nuts. Last month, she bolted out of her apartment, did a quick gymnastic move, and started to yell at a group of kids leaning on her bike. The kids ran away, and when she got close, she realized they were leaning on a huge RV. Check your eyes, Darcy. No wonder the Greyhound buses are always late. Now, John. John, this has been a really rough time for you. John was in the hospital with some health issues. I'm so happy to see him recovering, wearing his hat. His wife posted a picture of him in the hospital, and I couldn't help but get choked up. From the vomit, of course, that was down my throat. Damn, why did I have to look at that nasty picture? Oh, nasty. John, did you ever look at yourself? Because you look like a guy who has fucked a lot of people. Why don't you just save your time and drink a bottle of Charlie Sheen's HIV blood? Just get it over with already. Just get it over with. Now, Dan, the man with too much facial hair. I don't know you too well because you're not really around, but I have a little bit of a suggestion. I think you should join the KKK. Not because you're a racist, but because I think you look better with a hood covering your face. And finally, the man of the hour, our host, Josh. Josh is the host extraordinaire, the leader of the pack, the brilliance of all brilliance. Just ask him. He'll tell you that. That's what he'll say. Just ask. Anyone ever had a conversation with Josh and it seems to go on forever? And ever, and ever, and ever. Yep, that's how he got the nickname The Godfather. Not because he's a great orc player, we all know he's not, but because when Josh tells any story, it takes the full length of Godfather Part 1, 2 hours and 58 minutes. Speed it up, Josh. Speed it up. Josh does bear this shocking resemblance to Rob Cesternino from Survivor the Amazon. Do you guys see it? You guys see it? The difference between the two is that Rob should have won that season, and Josh, he's never come close to winning anything and probably never will. Sorry, man. And my final Josh burn. We all know Josh is single. Josh, you single? You single? Yeah, he's single. We all know why. Let's be honest. We all know. We know that when Josh brings a girl over to that room of his, he runs in and he says, "Shoddy the top bunk, shoddy the top." Josh, that's not how it works. That's my time. Thank you all.
All right, thank you. Okay, we'll pass the mic off to our 3 judges. Let's see what they have to say for Sheldon. Kevin?
Oh my God, it was so funny. I'm like dying laughing. Great confidence. You know, it was, it was amazing. It was really good. So props to you. I'm still dying.
Okay, Sassy.
Okay, Sheldon, I don't know if you do like improv, comedy, or whatever, but all of your punchlines were amazing. Even the people you were roasting were laughing. I thoroughly enjoyed that. My favorite joke was the hood joke. I'm not even gonna lie to you. That one was amazing. So good job.
Salvar?
Alrighty, one, I really, really loved it. I loved that you roasted every single person and you weren't afraid to push the envelope, and that's the kind of comedy I love. And you went there. I loved the HIV joke, and I loved Cameron's joke about not being able to see his dick. Like, that was freaking hilarious. And good job. And I felt like you had it memorized. And like, yeah, kudos to that. So you hit it out of the park.
Yeah, that was fun.
All right, thank you, judges. All right, our next act, Gabby, your time starts in 5 minutes. I will count you down. Ready in 3, 2, 1, begin.
Hello, everyone. I know y'all thought I was probably going to suck and not prepared, so sorry to disappoint you from the beginning. Okay, I'll start with Josh. I love that you're hosting a season called the Canadian Arctic, because I don't know if you're aware, but this is wonderful invention called sunlight. Really, vitamin D does the body good. All right, see, Tyler, I would roast you, but you know it's kind of hard to pick out someone I don't know about. So really, next time you go to book club, read a book on how to be more memorable. It would help wonders. All right, see, Darcy, I know why you love Harley Quinn so much, because let's be real, you and her have the same fashion disaster. Remember, next time it's called Forever 21, not Forever 41. Dan, I know you love advantages so much, so I thought of a new creative one for you. It's called the Cursed Idol. I play it, and you're automatically voted off the hosting team. And by the way, Dave Mustaine called. He wants his look back. And finally, we go to John. I know you think I probably saved the best for last, but I didn't. I just tolerate you more than I tolerate everyone else. And congratulations on your win. First time in ages that Tennessee has had a win. So go Vols. And whenever I hear you talk, you have this sweet southern drawl. I don't know whether to say run, John, run, or just to hum the theme from Deliverance. Thank you, everyone. Best of luck.
Okay. Thank you. So I will pass the mic off to our 3 judges. Thoughts, Kevin?
It was okay. I didn't really laugh as much. I was hoping for more jokes. I didn't get them. But yeah, good luck to you.
Sassy?
I kind of agree with Kevin. I didn't get as many laughs, not as many punchlines, but I will say, Gabby, this is the most I've ever heard you speak, ever, and you did a really good job with confidence. So.
Okay. Salvar?
Right. I love you, Gabby. But as a theater person, I would say enunciate, wait for your pauses, wait for your jokes to land, and just slow down. And like, I felt you were kind of rushed, but I felt like you had great material. I think you just needed those things to help you land and help you overall. But good job. Very much good job.
All right. Our next guest, who isn't here tonight, she currently has other personal issues that she needs to attend to. So here, but she did send us her act via video. So I'm going to screen share.
Hello, everyone. It's so good to see everybody today. I am Sarah Williams, the #1 targeted person this entire season. I am also, I've got a haters club. It's so good to meet everybody, but let's not talk about me. We are going to talk about our hosts, leading into my main girl, Darcy Williams, my sister from another mister. So without further ado, let's introduce our hosting team. So to start off with, I'm going to start with Dan. I don't know Dan very well, so I'm going to give this my old college try, and I'm just going to hope that he has the rest of his day is as pleasant as he is. I'm just starting off. It'll be good. So Cameron, let's move on to Cameron, because I feel like I know Cameron a little bit better, and I feel like there are empty petri three dishes that are more cultured than Cameron. Okay, now let's talk about Tyler. So Tyler, your appearance as a host has been about the same as when we played in a survival org together. I forgot that you were there. Okay, and then next we've got to go over to the mastermind, John. John has been the one that has been creating these wicked challenges. He's got this mind that is twisted and has created some challenges that have outright been the craziest. So I don't know John very well, so I have to imagine what it would be like to be around somebody with this kind of twisted mind. And I feel like if I were to close my eyes, John would smell like hot dog water. Is he? I just think so. Okay, so then we're gonna go over to Josh. Josh is our main host, and I know everyone's gonna be roasting him tonight. So I'm not gonna spend too much time cutting him apart. I don't think that the other roasts are as bad as they're going to make him sound. I do think that it's just, yeah, he's just a great guy at the end of the day. But I don't think that Josh is that bad. Until they bring up the salami. Then it's all for the salami. We'll see if I can do this. Okay, last but not least, I have to end off with my homegirl Darcy, because that is who I came here to roast tonight. Darcy is, the secretary of this round. She is keeping us all in check, including Josh. She's keeping up with the HP. She's keeping everyone together. She is holding the ground tight. And the thing is Darcy is running this game as a host the same way that her and I play orgs together as well too. And we like to play orgs. Well, I like to play orgs with her. And I like to say me and Darcy, when we play orgs, we play just like my thighs. They're thick, they're close, they touch. When things get heated, they get even closer at the end of the day. But Darcy is one of the best people that you can play a game with, if your last name is Williams at the end of the day. I love Darcy. I think she is the most remarkable woman on the face of the planet, and she deserves everything that the world is going to give her. And I know that's not the biggest roast, obviously, but at the end of the day, she is one of the most remarkable women, and she has kept this game going and running and supported and respectful, and she deserves everything in the entire world. So Darcy, you are just like my thighs. I will always be with you through thick or thin, right beside you. And yes, you are the absolute best, and you have been amazing as a host. Everyone has been amazing as a host. So I want to give it up to my hosts who with the mostest who have done a great job this season. So that is me, Sarah Williams, signing off. I wish everybody a really great roasty, and hopefully it wasn't too bad. XOXO. Bye.
Okay, so I hope the judges was able to hear it from that time being. If not, I'll be able to send the link to you guys for the judges so you guys can rewatch it if you wish. But let's get right into it with our judges' thoughts on it. So, Kevin.
Honestly, I was actually bored with it. There wasn't really, it wasn't funny. It wasn't really a roast. They were like saying, "Oh, Josh is a great guy. Darcy's a great girl." That's not what roasting is about. And so, I didn't really enjoy it that much.
Okay. Sassy.
So she's absolutely gorgeous. So I got kind of lost in just looking at her because what she was saying wasn't moving me. I thought I heard her say foreskin, but I'm not entirely sure. And yeah, it wasn't a roast. Like it was oh, I love everybody. This is great. I love that she harped on Darcy because I love her too. However, she was supposed to roast her. So that's my feedback.
Tamar.
Yeah, I totally agree with the last two, with Sassy and Kevin, but I would say when she was mean, she was just mean and there were no jokes. So there were no jokes. where are the jokes? But
Okay. Thank you, judges. And our last act for this evening, Ryan pulls up the shades. He's ready to go. I will set the timer up for you. You got 5 minutes. I'll just get that going real quickly.
All right, guys, how's it going?
Ready to go?
Just real quick, can we do an audio test? Can you guys hear that fine?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, so I might be a little white for this, but this rap is called Josh's Salami. And yeah, we'll just go ahead and get started. If I mess up, it's just that. Josh's salami, always jerking Rami. Grown man sleeps in bunk beds and still living with his mommy. Same blue putt shirt that never gets washed because travel makes him wet when he plays with salami. Before we start, let me clear the air. What's the difference between the song and Josh's hair? I think it's pretty clear that I got lines. By comparison, advantages are hard to find. Ask Josh about women. He says they're just like ice cream. He says he likes chocolate, he's vanilla in the sheets. Catfish in his DMs when he hear his meat's thick. But then he says their face and this isn't it. Let's not forget, this game's not a sausage party. We still got Harley Quinn, clown makeup Darcy, whining about her kids while she's chugging glasses of wine. But it's 8 o'clock and it's past your bedtime. Josh's salami, always drinking Rami. Grown man sleeps in bunk beds and still living with his mommy. Same blue plaid shirt that never gets washing because travel makes him wet when he plays with his salami. Cameron, Tyler, I don't know which one's which. They're both bad at the game and use the same awful pick. I just want to give a huge thanks to Prod because the game's more attractive when you keep your cams off. John, I get it. Like, quit being a stripper. Just got a thick salami, but you got a little dipper. Let's face it, this is why you're not rich on OnlyFans. Because also, Cameron's your only fan. John, all we ever do is see you smoke, but you don't gotta hide it because we already know the real reason why you always cough and choke is because you're still gagging from when you deep throat. Josh's salami, always drinking Rami. Grown man sleeps in bunk beds and still living with his mommy. Same blue pet shirt that never gets the washing because travel makes him wet when he plays with his salami. Josh, I ask you, does salami fill your soul? Do you love it, live it, suck it, and shove it up your hole? He didn't, I asked this, he simply said, I cannot confirm or deny without the secretary's approval. Josh's salami. 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 Josh's salami. Salami. That's what I got.
Okay.
Thank you, Flavor Flav. I mean, Ryan.
All right. Thank you, Ryan. I'll just pass the mic off to the judges for their thoughts. Kevin?
Oh my god, that was funny. I liked it. I want to know when I can get that single, when it's going to be released, because it was awesome and funny, and I'm here jamming out. Like, yeah. The jokes were funny. Like I heard every lyric. So like you rap really good for a white guy. So, and that's all I gotta say. Good job.
Okay, Sassy.
I loved it, Ryan. That was great. It was really creative, and it takes a lot to write a whole song and rhyme and make it, funny. I really enjoyed it. You put forth a lot of effort. Good job.
Okay. Delvar?
that was good job. I like the way you're dressed up. I like that you decided to do a rap that's very ballsy. The one thing I would say is if you're gonna do a rap, it just needs to be very, very rehearsed. I saw you looking at your notes, but other than that, what you had written was really good and you performed it well with the time you had. So good job.
Okay, that's it. So, live audience, judges, give a quick round of applause to our final 6 here.
Good job, everybody.
Good job, everyone.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put the judges into the breakout room where they will tally up the scores on who did well for each category, and we will go from there. So, judges, feel free to go there. Everyone else feel free to chill here.
Actually talked to is Rachel, and I'm pretty much straight up with Rachel. I'm like, Rachel, things aren't looking good for you, and you don't trust me, and you probably shouldn't. And she's like, yeah, I don't trust you, and things aren't looking good for me, but what can I do to stay in the game? I was like, Rachel, I want you to stay in the game because I think I beat you in the end. And she's like, yeah, you do. And I was like, yeah, I do. Because I know I beat her in the end. So I'm talking to Rachel, and it's pretty obvious that I can beat her in the end. And it's good for my game if she stays. The issue is she doesn't trust me, and she could easily try to flip the votes on me. And I'm not immune, Sheldon is, so I can't get him out. I want Rachel to work with me. At this point, I need her to be in the game. I need to build this relationship with her, and I need sort of like talk this out. But I just can't trust that she will vote with me. It doesn't make any sense for her to do that.
So, another quick update. In my talks with Rachel and Ryan, good thing is that everyone's suspecting, like, oh yeah, that Sheldon and Sarah are a type pair, or that Sheldon and Rebecca are a type pair. Which, good news, because that means no one suspects Sheldon and I of being close, despite the fact that we voted together every single one except for the Sarah Blindside. So, that's definitely good, working to my advantage. Everyone still thinks like I'm the swinging, even though I still have my group of people who I'm definitely going with to the end. And you know, this is definitely a point in my favor if I get to the final 3 or final 2, whatever it is. Which, like, I am so close. I'm so planning on it, baby. Like, this game is gonna be good no matter what. Talk to y'all later.
Okay, so I have attempted to talk to literally everybody, and I'm aware that I'm fucked. I'm trying. Everyone's told me they're gonna flip, and they're not gonna flip. Like, I'm pretty sure Ryan probably has an idol or something because he's super chill, and I don't like it. I don't know what to do. I'm not vibing. It's not great. I usually say it's great. Today it is not great at all because I'm probably going home. So, yeah, Sheldon told me he was gonna let me know how he felt. He has not gotten back to me. Ryan told me he was like okay with voting for Sarah, and then he called Gabby right after and he said he was voting me. And then Sheldon told me that he's gonna vote for Sarah, or not Sarah, like he doesn't know what he's gonna do, but he pretty much wanted to vote me. He doesn't see why it's justifiable to not vote me, but he's gonna think about it. What the heck does think about it mean? So he won't tell me. And yeah, I'm not excited for Tribal. It's great.
Oh, so I talked to Gabby. She phoned me. We chatted. I haven't talked to Rachel. She sent me a message at like 2:30. She was like, can we chat? And I was busy with Flavio, so I was like, I wasn't paying attention to my phone at all. Yeah. So I messaged her like 30 minutes ago, like, hey, I'm free, but I haven't heard from her, so I'm pretty sure I won't hear from her at the end of the day.
I think she's realized that it's done.
And the thing is, she'd be pulling at straws with me. Like, I literally, all I would tell her is, like, you voted me every single time the last 3 rounds. Like, I really don't owe you anything. So, you know, I can say, sure, yeah, I'll vote with you, no problem. But I would be lying to you. So I would rather just...
It's so funny because that was my conversation with her. I was like, because it first started off, okay, how about Sarah? Then it started off, how about Ryan? Then it was, how about Gab? It was just like, okay, like I'm sorry, like...
Yeah.
It makes no real good sense for me now to go against the people that I've been working with this entire game that I'm never planning on going against. I'm sorry, Rachel, but unless you could pull something out of your hat, you're gonna have to, like, go work, go do what you can, like, go continue playing the game. But I'm sorry, Rachel. So.
Yeah, like, your time's come kind of thing. And do you know who played that advantage yesterday? I feel like it's Ryan.
I think it's Ryan or Gabby.
Yeah, Gabby was like pleading the fifth, like it wasn't her.
Yeah.
The thing is, everything Gabby says to me now, because of her flip on me, I don't fully trust her anymore. She's like lost that.
Yep.
My gut always tells me, like, I just, you know, I'm
Yep.
not 100%, but like, and then with Ryan, I feel like me and Ryan have talked a lot less, but he reaches out and stuff still, so I don't know. But my gut feeling, I feel like it's Ryan who played it.
But what is? I just don't know what the benefit is that he wouldn't tell us.
Well, that's the odd thing, and that's why I was like, it's weird that he wouldn't say anything, because we've all been so upfront and honest about everything that we've gotten and how we've used it, so it's strategically used in like the best way kind of thing. And so it just seems so weird that even he didn't like own up to it, like, yeah, that was me, guys, ha ha, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, I asked him blatantly. So Ryan, you played that when I was on a call with him today, and he's like, "No, I really didn't." I don't know if he's lying.
Wow.
I don't know. Maybe it was Rebecca. Maybe that's Rebecca's game-winning move that she pleads at the end.
You know what? Rebecca has got some sneaky moves that, well, she's told us about all her sneaky moves. Maybe this time, this is the one that she's like, I'm not going to tell them. I'm going to be the one that secures us in the end, so Rachel can't play her piano.
Well,
I don't know.
So Rachel can't play her piano. Logically, it makes sense to me that it was Ryan who was more afraid of Rachel, that she would beat him.
Yeah,
But he didn't know I was
Rachel
coming out
thinking,
to play.
Yeah, and Ryan thinking like, okay, he's got all these advantages that he's won. Maybe we would like target him or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah. Of course.
So, because he still hasn't told me about his idol that he has.
Yep.
So I'm like, it's fine. But
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if it was him. But time will tell.
Yeah.
It was. I kind of wish it was me. Like, that would be fun. But
Me too. Even when you came to me and you're like, was that you? And I was like, I wish it was me. No, I would have told you I had that a long time ago.
Well, the thing, honestly, I was a little bit like, poor girl, prepared all day. She probably worked her ass off because she knew she needed it.
Oh, yeah.
And then like an hour before somebody plays it, it's like, oh, why?
I know. I was like, ooh, wow, that's something else. I was like,
I thought they would play it on me.
Well, it must have been like, that's why it makes me think it's somebody from this side that played it 100%.
Well, there's no other side.
You know,
well, like,
yeah, that's true.
Again, the only logical thing I have, and I don't think it's really logical, is that Rachel played it because she has an idol. Yeah. And like, I think that's possible, but why the fuck has she been working all day to try to flip votes and do stuff?
Yeah, that's she wouldn't be scrambling so hard if she had an idol. She wouldn't care who's voting for her. Her vote would be all that mattered because she's like, well, they're all gonna vote me anyways.
Yeah. Yep. What are we doing tonight? Who do you want? The queen of immunities?
Yeah, the queen of immunities is the easy option.
Sarah is also another option.
Yeah. I wanted to know what
you're breaking up. You wanted to know what?
What you want to do here. Those are our options. And I think we could make them work both way.
I agree. I think so my gut says if we leave Rachel, nobody beats her at the end.
Mm-hmm.
However, that's a big move to get out Sarah.
Yeah.
I am personally open. It would suck from an emotional standpoint to get rid of Sarah. But I doubt. So like I wouldn't necessarily like. I think once we make our choice, like we need to either way have at least one vote going for either Rachel or Sarah, just in case somebody has a fucking idol that we don't know about. So that if there is some sort of a hinky vote going around, our hinky vote decides. And from like a getting to the end and doing well perspective, I don't think that makes sense to get rid of Gabby or Rebecca.
Yeah, I agree.
Do you have a gut feeling?
What?
Do you have a gut feeling?
My gut is craving two things. It doesn't know if it wants like Italian food or like Tex-Mex right now.
I'd go with Italian.
You go with Italian?
I don't know.
All right,
I feel like a nice pasta, maybe a creamy sauce.
Italian in the situation.
Sarah's the Italian, so you want to get rid? You want Sarah, eh?
That's what you said. You said let's go Italian. I don't think Sarah's Italian, but like,
well, I don't.
Food-wise, or spaghetti then.
You think I think Rachel would be more spaghetti. And
Rachel's spaghetti.
And Sarah would be Tex-Mex. I think Sarah is spicier.
I don't think Sarah's Tex-Mex though. There's something else there, but
okay,
there's a closer fit. But I can agree with spaghetti on Rachel.
You're so funny. What are you thinking?
All right, conversation we need to have right now because I have to go soon.
Think about it. You have time. We have time. It's 4:00,
Yeah.
so we have time. Like, do you have? Is your gut at least saying something? I'm honestly open. Like, I'm okay. If I have to hurt Sarah, that would fucking suck. But that's like, I'm okay for us. I do think Rachel is still the bigger threat because she could continue winning immunities, and I actually don't think you or I win if Rachel's sitting beside us at the end, because I think she gets all of that side's vote. So I think
I
think from a strategic point of view, to me, Rachel seems like a bit more threatening end game, but all of these votes are going to suck. So
the issue is I think they both beat us in the end game.
You think so?
I think Sarah still wins.
I don't think Sarah wins. I truly don't. I think that she has pissed off enough people that she doesn't win. I also, like, honestly, on paper, what the fuck has Sarah done since she's come back?
She's got to know Kevin.
She didn't do that. We did that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, she hasn't done anything. Like, really, what has she done? Like, if I were to actually think about what Sarah's game has been, she made one relationship. That relationship was with Travis, and she fed us information. Period, full stop. That's been Sarah's game. You have a far fucking better story. I think I have a better story, too.
Yeah, I think you might beat Sarah. Since that I beat Sarah.
I think you would. I honestly think you beat Sarah, man. Honestly.
Okay.
But that scares me because then you want to get rid of me. By the way, good job playing that power on Rachel. Nice work.
That was like smart move, but that one wasn't me.
I don't fucking know who it was, so it's very confusing.
Okay, final six. Let's go through our first order of business. So, Sheldon,
yes,
you won individual immunity and Nice to Meet You challenge. How's it feel knowing you're guaranteed into finale night?
What? I didn't know that. That's crazy. Wow, I didn't realize that. What? That's crazy. Sorry, I just got really excited. It feels great. Although it sucks to vote anybody out, but I do know why the Queen of Immunity, Rachel herself, kept on winning immunities, because it made her life a lot easier. So it feels great.
Okay, Ryan, you were this close. Yeah, you came up with a pretty good song about me. So,
yeah, Josh's salami, always drinking rami, grown sleeps in bunk beds and still living with his mommy. Very fun challenge, and yeah, I would have liked to win, but Sheldon was very funny. So there's that.
Right. Sarah, you weren't able to attend, but you ended up getting last in the competition. Is that news to you?
Yeah, I didn't actually know I got last, so that's unfortunate. But I feel like I knew that was not going to be a good challenge for me. I'm not good at roasting people. I'd rather kill people with kindness. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm not too worried at the end of the day. I left it up to the comedians.
Okay. Rebecca. So with 6 going to be 5, So little people left to choose. How do you decipher who do you vote off?
I'm just basing it off of basically like who I've not spoken to the most, and just like, yeah, I've got like, if I'm closer to someone else, then I'm not going to vote them off if I've not spoken to another person.
Okay. So Gabby, we are 1 round away for idols to be expired. Do you think that once this round is done, we might see a horde of idols being played, or nothing at all?
Like, at this point, I'm always expecting something to be played with a ridiculous amount of advantages that are thrown in here.
Okay. I'll pass the mic off to you guys if you have any final words. Maybe call somebody off. Otherwise, we'll get right to it with the vote.
Oh yeah, I'm calling everybody out. Everybody's been busy this weekend. What the heck? I just felt like I should.
I'd like to call someone out. This person is a giant snake and they need to go home. And I'm talking about Josh's salami. Always
Then that's snake home.
Okay. Okay, on that note, we'll get right into it with the votes. One at a time, I will put you guys into the breakout room one-on-one where you cast your vote on who you want to send home, and they will not make finale night. With that being said, it is time to vote. I will go to the person closest to my screen, so that case is Gabby, and Gabby, you are up first.
I'm gonna tell the vote. Anybody has it in the media, they would like to play it, now is the last time to do so. Okay.
All right. So I do have one last secret that I have to tell everybody before I potentially go. This may come as a shock to you guys, but I'm a stripper. And I have my stripper pole in my apartment room. And y'all, I'm not sure if you saw that coming, but that is the biggest plot twist of the season. So I actually used to teach at a studio in DC, and I did have a mentor. I had a couple stripper mentors. I had Honey, I had Paradise, and Crystal, my girl Crystal. Yeah, let's just say Crystal, she's my idol. And I would like for each and every one of you guys to meet her here tonight. Yes, so I will be playing Crystal tonight for my son.
The rules of Survivor state that if somebody plays a hidden immunity idol, any votes cast against that person will not count. The person with the next highest number of votes will be voted off. This is indeed the Crystal Idol. Any votes cast towards Brian will not count.
Ooh, Brian!
I will now read the votes.
Are you actually a stripper?
I just bought a pole just for that.
First vote. Brian does not count. Gabby. That's one vote Gabby. Rachel. One vote Gabby, one vote Rachel. Gabby. That's 2 votes Gabby, 1 vote Rachel. Rachel. That's 2 votes Gabby, 2 votes Rachel, 1 vote left. 17th person voting as Survivor Pandemic Canadian Arctic, and the 8th member of our jury. Rachel. Rachel, that's 3. Tonight, that's enough. Rachel, even though you're not on call, I will remove you from the game. Everyone, please say your goodbyes.
Rachel!
Bye, Rachel.
Rachel, the tribe has spoken. Time for you to go. Well, I'd say that was a little bit of a spicy round. We are now down to our final 5 going into finale week. One of you 5, Gabby, Rebecca, Sarah, Sheldon, and Ryan. One of you guys will be the winner of Survivor Pandemic Canadian Arctic and the $100 prize. Get some sleep. Tomorrow's a new day. Grab your stuff and I'm back. See you guys tomorrow.